Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. For today's video, I wanted to talk to you about the narcissist and just their character in general, how they work and how they operate and get you in some of the spaces that they get you in. When you meet the narcissist, a lot of us are unawoke to this type of stuff, and that's why I have a channel, because it will affect you on so many levels. It'll affect you on a spiritual level, an emotional level, psychological level, and it really can tear you up. It can really destroy your life. And if you've been a homing device to these people, you get groomed as a child, and then when you go out in the world, unbeknownst to you, you're prepared to take care of these idiots, and it can be difficult. It can really hurt your soul because you just want to do the right thing, you want to help people, but unbeknownst to you, you are being used all the time. And until you woke up to it, there is a naivety there, but really there's a grooming factor that's involved, and that's kind of what sucks. And because you were groomed to take care of these people, maybe in childhood in your family, you were taking care of them. You didn't become a narcissist, so you became a people pleaser. You tried to love them to death. And they call you the black sheep. And then when you go out in the world, you get the same thing. You get people that will see you a mile away, and you're just prey to them. They can parasite off of you, and they can suck the damn life out of you, whether it be your love, your finances, your health, your aura, your emotional state. They will steal it. They'll steal your gifts, your fruit. They will look and act like you before it's all over. And it really sucks on a whole nother level. But when you wake up to it, it kind of sucks worse, because you can kind of get tired of seeing what you see every day. You're not naive anymore. You're fully awoke. And the struggle then is how far you take the fight. I fight with the Lord sometimes because I feel like he doesn't give us enough help down here, you know? It's like you want to change the world. You want the world to be a better place. But I feel like for me, I've been fighting wars with people for years now. Ever since I woke up, I've been fighting. I feel like I'm battling every day. I'm starting wars with people, man. And it's like, I'm not starting them, but I don't back down to stuff that's not right. It's not righteous. It's not fair. It's not truth. I got to fight for truth, man. And justice. I mean, I want my peace, though. You feel kind of overwhelmed. You feel like the Lord don't be backing you up like you should. It's like, you want the world to be a great place, but man, it seems like sometimes I feel like you'd rather take care of these damn demons. I know that's not true, but you get kind of disheartened over time, and you just got to kind of take a break. But narcissism, man, is killing the world. And I wanted to talk about a few things, because what they do when they meet you, you don't know they're narcissist. You don't even know what a narcissist is, chances are. That's why I started the channel, because you can lose yourself to things, and you can also lose good people in your life, because good people start believing these individuals. Let them believe what they want to believe, and they're believing a lie. They believe lies, and that's their own naivety. When you wake up to this, it's like you got to kind of let things happen, because empaths aren't people. They don't dominate individuals. They don't control, and they don't want power over anybody, because when you have power and control and dominate individuals to get your point across or to do whatever you want to do, it's not their free will. We're not built like that, because we know truth and justice and righteousness and living good, man, wholeheartedly, has got nothing to do with power and control. It's the opposite. It's freedom. The opposite of power and control is freedom, to have your choice to choose what you want to do and what you want to believe. And if you want to believe the lie that the narcissist may be telling you, because people get in between you too, but screw them. People want to believe the lie, then they have lie in them, or they have naivety. But naivety is believing the lie. And I was there. I mean, we were all there, right? It's not as bad as the lie, not at all. But it's something that you have to grow up and come out of on your own, because you can't be fixing everybody's naive issues all the time. It makes you wonder if a person's really naive sometimes after a while, or are you a narcissist too? You acting just like them. If you're that naive, it's like you always got some reason to get away with things when you can just say, I didn't know. I didn't know. Well, maybe you did know and you didn't care. Just like the narcissist gets caught, they act naive. Well, sometimes just naive people may be naively understanding and believing a narcissist, but they also may be also acting and being a narcissist or heavily narcissistic. So it's something that you got to just let things be. God will send you what is yours and what is meant for you and what your fulfillment in life will be. It'll come. Everything comes to you when you are in your purpose, when you are in balance, in union. What people say in union with the universe is kind of like what I'm getting, because I like the word universe in a way. I don't want to put God in space of universe, but he put universal laws in place. What God put his laws into the foundations of the world system. Whatever goes up must come down, and 2 + 2 = 4 all the time. You can tell somebody it equals 5 and teach them that, but it ain't right. And we all know that. That's where I use universe. When I say universe, I'm talking about the universal laws that God put into the face of the earth. Meaning a lie is always going to come out. You can't hold a lie back forever, not for life. And when a narcissist comes into your life, what they like to do is they like to get you off balance. I talked about this before. You have 4 legs to a chair. Well, they want to put you on 3 legs. Or if it's a stool and it's got 3 legs, they're going to put you on 2. So you're going to be wobbling. They want you wobbling all the time. And that makes you second guess. And it gets you exhausted, second guessing, and emotional dependence upon them because you start looking to them for everything. Because you're pampering them and validating them because you have to. You have to pet them all the time. The narcissist is fixed, but it doesn't mean you have to be. A narcissist is fixed like cement, and they're never going to change. That's why when you're in the midst of a narcissist, it's one way, their way, or the highway. You might as well pack your bags if you're going to have a different opinion of the narcissist. If it's not going to coincide with the narcissist, pack your bags. Because either you're going to pack them or they're going to throw you out. Because it's always going to be what they want, what they believe. And a lot of times the narcissist is naive, heavily. But whatever. And they're fixed, but you don't have to be. You have the choice to leave or to prioritize your needs. And it takes confidence because they beat you down so much. And if you come out of a narcissistic household, you are groomed to not be confident or self-confident and not to have self-worth and to be inferior to them or to somebody superior close to you, to the point to where you're always going to second guess yourself. So this is something that comes along with you being groomed. And this is stuff that you have to break from. This is part of the generational curse that I talk on. And sometimes you can break pieces off the generational curse. So it could be many curses, being a people pleaser to a narcissist and breaking that curse. It's a whole conglomerate, but it could be like 200 things that need to be tweaked and adjusted and changed. You see what I'm saying? So don't let yourself be bewildered. Be bewildered. Because if you're chipping away at it, let's say you get, you work on your self-worth and you work on your self-confidence and you're growing that in stature, your self-love and your well-being. You're focused on prioritizing your well-being because you are beginning to love yourself. You're saying, I matter. I matter. Yes, I care, but I also matter. And my opinions matter. My desires matter. The things that I want to talk about matter. You have to have reciprocation. You have to have reciprocity. Meaning, if you want me to accept some of your conversation, then you're going to have to accept mine and validate it as well. Not on a fake level, but you want everything to be genuine. But if you're not with a genuine person, then you need to just leave them because they're a waste of time or they're not going to be fulfilling to you. But what's fulfilling to a narcissist, and it's not even fulfilling, it's just barely keeping them afloat all the time, is they have to be validated all the time. That's why they always redirect conversation and draw the attention back onto them and their self-achievements, accomplishments, and they need the attention. They have to. Everything had to either be about them or any validation that you receive, you are going to first credit them, the narcissist, for receiving the validation that you are getting, the approval or the applause. Let's say if you graduated from high school, college, whatever, you have to tell the narcissist for you to get validated or for the narcissist be happy with you getting glory, a little bit of glory for, working for several years to get a degree. You have to first tell the narcissist or get on the mic and be like, yo, listen up. I wouldn't be able to do it without the narcissist. If the narcissist wasn't with me, I wouldn't be here right now. And the narcissist will then give you some approval. Why? Because you're shining a light on them first. And that's how it is. It's like putting the Christmas lights on the tree. If you put the Christmas lights on the tree and be like, yay, babe, check this tree out. I just put the lights on it. Look at it. It's great. Don't you like it? No, they're not going to like it. They're going to give you indifference. They might get pissed off and walk away, or they might go to the tree and light it on fire. But let's change the whole narrative. If you put the lights on the tree and you grab the narcissist and said, hey, narcissist, look at this tree. Isn't it beautiful? I put the lights on it. It's already put the bulbs on. Isn't it cool? I could have never done that if you never helped me pick out the lights. I could have never done that if you never showed me how to plug lights in. Thank you. I appreciate that because I couldn't have done it. But because you taught me how to plug the lights in. And it's like, to the narcissist, it's like glory. And they're like, okay, yeah, I like the lights. The lights they're all right. Yeah, that's right. You wouldn't be able to do that without me. You learning. You learn I'm the shit. But you ain't. You just think you should. Anyway, so that's how it works, man. Everything's got to be either glory to them, or you got to give them half of the glory for something they had nothing to do with, really. It can never be about you at all. And it's not supposed to be about you a whole lot, but it shouldn't be about them all the time either. Everything should be in balance. It should be natural. But with the narcissist, nothing's natural. That's why you're always walking on eggshells. It's like you're in fear of them exploding or giving you a silent treatment for a week and feeling the tension in the house. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta regulate their emotions, right? So it's just like when they come home from work, if they're pissed off, you gotta level that off without them flipping out. You see what I'm saying? You gotta bring it down real nice, up, whatever you gotta do. I gotta adjust this for you. So you're making the adjustment for them. And that's what they cause everybody to do. Everybody from the outside, wherever they are, has to regulate them. And so everybody's pressured into taking care of the narcissist. And that's why it's somewhat spiritual. It's psychological, spiritual, and emotional. Because there's emotional aura that gets sent out. Whatever they're wearing, somebody's aura that they stole. They steal your aura, man. They could steal it from TV, almost. I swear, I got this podcast, man. I swear people be trying to steal my energy off the dang podcast. It's like I almost want to black the screen out so you just hear my voice. Like some of the other guys do that. It's starting to make some sense. I'll put a nice photo up there for y'all to see, and I'll talk behind it. But it won't be as real, you know. I want you to be with me in spirit, you know. I swear I'm going to do a live soon, man. If I get caught up in the lives, I might just keep doing lives because I might enjoy the lives. And because they've pretty much shadow banned my channel, because either it's one of two things. It's like my ex, her husband or whatever, is like some FBI official or some kind of police officer or something, and they did a bunch of corrupt stuff, and they froze my channel. They basically shadow banned it. They slapped the brakes on it. But God told me he's going to pull them off real soon, and my channel's going to blow up like the well. So I'm not too concerned about it. I'm just going to keep pumping my stuff out, and I'm going to, you know, elevate in something in this field somewhere else, I think. I'm still going to always have a podcast, though, because this stuff needs to be talked about, and I really enjoy it. It's kind of like therapy for me. But they always redirect all the conversation, and they have to get all the credit. They have to constantly get validated, y'all. I mean, that is wearing. It's exhausting. And that's what they're doing. They're always siphoning from you. They're drawing off your fuel so they can wear it. They're throwing their negative energy on you. You walk out the house, you look like and feel like a narcissist. And everybody's cussing you out. And you're not doing anything. You're just producing energy, generating energy for the damn devil that's using it. And they go out and they look like the damn king of Prussia or something. It's not fair. That's why you got to figure this stuff out. But they have to be pumped up in their ego, man. That's what they live in. They live in their ego, which is the false self. They sacrifice their false self so they can never tell the truth. They're just a lie all the time. They're a lie all the time. And they smoke that good Anyway, I'm being foolish. But they need to be petted, admired, and appreciated. They don't deserve it, though, but that's what we have to give them. And until you wake up, you're a toxic enabler. You're just petting them all the time. They have abandonment issues. I think everybody's had abandonment issues. But whatever, they have to be admired, petted, appreciated, validated, built up. And that's why you'll always see them playing different roles. Like they got to either be the victim, so they come in as the victim, or if they get caught in something, they play the victim. When they come to a relationship, they play the victim. Because their last partner beat the crap out of them. The last partner cheated on them, drug them through the mud. So they come to you all innocent and in victimhood mentality, which leads to you being privileged and entitlement. Meaning, because you were a victim, you should jump to the front of the line and be treated like a king. You didn't do anything. We've all been victims. They're just weak. We've all been victims, but they're a weak victim. Because we're not victims. We're warriors. We go out and fight every day. We armor up, y'all. Even when we weren't armoring up, we were taking the brunt of the fight and not playing the victim. We were the wounded warrior. We're still the wounded warrior, except now we have armor. So be nice to have a horse to help you when you're tired. They can ride on a horse a little bit, you know. Or to have a real sword, because no, it's probably good you don't have a real sword because you probably stabbed the narcissist. For real, then you'd have legal issues. But they play the victim. They play the victim, and what else do they play? They play the hero, the martyr, the champion, And then they play the best villain. They don't care. They don't care if you hate them. But if you hate them, they're going to be the worst. They're going to be Dr. Death or Dr. Doom or something, you know. I'm going to be the perfect nemesis villain. And that's how they are. And that's why they act these different roles. The savior, that's another one. The narcissist will only allow you to receive credit as long as you associate them with the reason for you getting a victory. They're compulsive and dominating, and that's the truth, y'all. Every situation, they have to shine, and they will twist, listen, they will twist the narrative to their benefit. By any means necessary, they have no standard or truth, and they don't feel guilt. They don't feel guilt as long as they don't get caught. They don't care because they don't feel love. When you don't feel love, you don't feel guilt, you don't feel remorse, you don't feel these things on a level that everybody else does. That's regular humanity. So until they get caught or shamed, caught and shamed is pretty much the same thing for the narcissist. And they can't get out of it. And they'll double down on it, triple down on it. And that's when you start thinking, man, maybe they are telling the truth, because they don't want you to call their bluff on the double down. And generally you won't. You'll be like, no, I'm good. Do you want to call them? No, it's okay. I believe you. But they're really telling you to lie, and you should have called them. Put them on speakerphone. I'm going to ask them, and they'll be like, no, I don't know what you're talking about. But this is how it works. And this is the thing. There's boundaries to humanity. In humanity, we are people that tell the truth. Well, most of us. And, well, I do. And we'll only go so far in telling the truth. But a lot of times, you'll get people that are naive, or they want to believe the narcissist. Let them believe the narcissist. And you can only prove your point so far before you just got to let go of somebody, because they're going to believe the hype. They're going to be naive, and they would rather believe the narcissist. So believe the narcissist, believe the lie. And I used to fight with that a little bit, trying to convince somebody that you're listening to a lie. I don't care anymore. If you want to listen to a lie, listen to a lie. But I'm telling the truth, and I'm leaving. We do things only with truth and justice. That's at least what I live by. And the narcissist doesn't give a damn. And that's why sometimes they win. They win with people. They win with people that you both know. And they will get in between two people and become a third party in something. And they will convince an individual that you're a lie. And when you tell the truth and you're out for justice, if the person can't see it in you and can't see it on you and can't see what you're about and watch you walk in it, if they want to believe the hype, then go ahead and believe the hype, because you're going to get stuck in the back by the liar at some point. The narcissist doesn't give a damn. They will double down with another lie. And that's when sometimes people that are a little bit naive to things, they will believe it. They'll believe the narcissist over you. But the narcissist has no boundary. They will just keep going with their lies. Someone who tells the truth can only tell the truth. After that, I'm not going to dip down below truth level. They do. They'll go all the way down to the abyss with it. There is no limit to the stories they'll come up with, because they don't care. There is no ethics in them, no morals, no values, no value. Your value is trash. That's why I say they're trash, because they choose to be trash. They don't have to be. They choose to be. And so you're going to lose with some people in your life, and it's going to suck sometimes, because if you cared about them, but they want to believe the narcissist, and if they want to be gullible and believe the narcissist, then you're only limited on so much that you can do for them. What is it? You can take a horse to the water, but you can't make them drink it. There's only so much you can do for an individual that chooses to be naive and wants to believe the narcissist. Like in a third-party situation, let them believe the narcissist. Go. I took you to the damn water, the best water I could find, and you didn't want to drink it. So let the narcissist take you to a swamp, and then you'll probably chug that stuff right down. And that's how it is, y'all. That's how it is. You just got to let people go sometimes, because they're not good for you then, if they're going to be like that. There's a limit to how far you'll go. And it's not just to dip outside of truth, period. But as you get older and more confident in who you are and comfortable with who you are and balanced, man, you ain't going to have time for that. But I'm saying early on, when you're starting to regulate yourself on a balanced level, and you're starting to get everything clear and cut, you're starting to shed yourself, that old self that you were. You'll have to fight these things. I don't fight them anymore. Screw it. I walk. I walk, y'all. I choose to walk. Because in my own dome, I'm a don. And it don't matter if it's green pastures or chilling fields. I'm on my own if I have to. And that's how it is for the empath a lot of times. But if they want to be gullible, believing just anything, the truth teller is always going to lose. In most cases, that is the situation you're going to find yourself in. But if a person or a conglomerate They want to be gullible and want to always look at the surface of things only, because some people just look at the surface. Well, the surface tells me this. Well, if you would just grab a damn shovel and dig a hole just 6 inches down, you'd find the truth. But you don't want to research anything. Fine. It's like whatever I'm walking on and looking at is where all the truth should show up for them. But if I have to dig down a few inches, if I have to research something, I ain't doing it, because the truth won't be found there. You're crazy. That's where most of the truth is found. But if somebody wants to live like that and be gullible or naive, then let them. They weren't meant to be in your life for any reason. Let the narcissists have at it, because they're going to get it too. The narcissists have the win, and it will eventually bite them in the ass in the end. Whoever was naive, believe in the narcissist. You best believe this. At some point in time, they are going to get wrecked too, if they're not a narcissist themselves. And then they'll be like, damn, that fool was right. They weren't foolish. They was telling the truth. And the narcissists don't have truth in them. If they want to believe the surface of a matter, so be it. Let the narcissist have the win, because it will bite them in the ass, because they accept the lie. And this is where it can kind of hurt, and where it works, and where the narcissist has the ability to gaslight. An individual has been in situations where somebody who's been burdened down with childhood wounds and childhood trauma, and they may have come out of situations in their past childhood, or came from a silver spoon, which is a rich child, a golden child, so to speak. And they may not be a narcissist, but because their parents made all the decisions for them, they walk in naivety. Naivety? Is that how you say that? I don't know. It's a hard one. And because they've been burdened down by past childhood trauma, they could have a lot of fuzzy determinations on trying to decipher. And that's where it could kind of suck. This causes indecision, self-doubt, and not seeing the truth for the matter. Nevertheless, you don't want somebody who's going to be incredibly naive. And if you had to try to show them the truth all the time, they don't want to believe it. Let them have the narcissist. And promise you, when the narcissist gets done with them, they'll have 10 swords in their back. And any kind of jewels they have, any kind of finances or anything, they're going to walk away laughing like a damn joker, carrying that bag of money. And that's how the narcissist is. Because they don't love, they don't care, and to them, it's all about finances. They don't give a shit. It sucks. It shouldn't be about money. You should protect your assets, because you worked hard for them. It's your blood, sweat, and tears, but it shouldn't be about that at all. And a lot of times you don't find that in this world. But anyway, that's tonight's podcast.